it's me, Fiona Jane, aka Dr. Hikaru, with another vlog on a day in my life with endometriosis and PMDD. First off, just got out of the shower in my pajamas, so no makeup on the face, but I did want to sport my Fight Like a Girl endometriosis pajama shirt. Yay! I was actually debating if I was going to attempt to do this with no makeup or not, but I had talked earlier about body image in one of my videos, and here's another step forward, giving you a video with no makeup, with no plans to put on makeup during it, because I've done the no makeup to makeup video tutorial thing before. But, so this is me, not feeling so glamorous, but feeling pretty good today. The focus on this vlog is going to be kind of, I guess I can talk a little about my holidays, how that went, the end of 2012 went, and kind of my outlook on 2013 for PMDD and endometriosis. Hello, tissue box nearby, because I might need it. I might get teary-eyed. And so first off, I'm going to read two Facebook statuses I've put up recently. One was on New Year's, and it really kind of sums up my, my look on 2012. 2012 taught me to endure. This was a tough year for me, but I'm a survivor. I didn't merely learn who I was, I learned who I wasn't and who I can be. I'm tougher than what life will throw at me. I will endure and hope and make it through. My theme for 2013 is to dream and make it happen. I'm going to keep fighting. I'm so thankful for everyone that stood by my side. These are some rough times. Oh my God, here come the waterworks. And then ring in the new year with a clean start, my friends, and stay safe tonight and have fun, or while having fun. So I wrote that one on, I think it was just New Year's Eve, right before New Year's. And then the other status I put was today, and it is one thing I have seen that is keeping me from moving forward is holding on to things I really shouldn't. Anger, frustration, negativity, etc. While I know I've been fighting a hard battle with endometriosis and PMDD, it doesn't change the fact that when I have the rounds of anxiety, negativity, depression, etc., I always have felt like this isn't me. I think part of the problem is I've become better at hiding a lot and not talking about the things that ultimately tear me apart inside. I'm hoping that as part of 2013, I will focus on healing a lot of the damage from the past. But it's going to take dropping some of those well-erected walls I have learned to put up. But I know I can do it because ultimately it's going to lead to a happier me. It's going to get rough before it gets better, but I'm going to fight with this dream. Oh my gosh, I am just like all teary-eyed. Okay, so let's recap the end of 2012 real quick. I thought this might be an emotional video. I didn't think it'd be that emotional. But, oh well, I'm going to roll with it. This is kind of a step for me because, like I said, these vlogs on journaling and chronicling my journey, it kind of helped me to give me something to look back on. So, the end of, from Christmas to today, January 2nd, I have been on vacation from work. I already said before that the holidays aren't really my thing. This year it's been a little fun if you've been on my personal Facebook or even on my Dr. Hikaru page. I didn't really talk about Christmas because I don't want to dwell on the negative things for it, but I need to find a way to make Christmas work for me. It's never really worked for me. This year was no different. I wasn't going to mention this, but I did. I guess I should because it does affect me. So I had mentioned in my last video that that week, which was the 23rd, which was coincidentally Christmas, would have been the week I would have had my period, or right before my period, which meant I was still having this wave of emotion. That was true. It wasn't as bad. I mean, I think part of it was I was working really hard to fight the negativity and to find positive things and just try to surround myself with positive things because I really, really don't like the anxiety. I really, really don't like the depression. And I really, really don't like the negativity. But for Christmas with me, that's always a tough one. So, one of the things about PMDD is you swing, like I mentioned, and I've found an easier way to explain it to some of my friends is I'm slipping. I'm slipping into depression, I'm slipping into anxiety, I'm slipping into a realm that is typically not mine. I'm a pretty happy-go-lucky person. And you don't take rejection or you get slighted really easily when you're in this weird hormonal flux of PMDD. You take things to heart. You take things that normally you would have just blown off the shoulder, and you really internalize it. At least that's for me, and I have, during my readings for PMDD, that's something. So on Christmas Day, when I really dislike driving to my parents' house, they live in a place that didn't give me a lot of memories, and I'm just going to leave it at that. If you ever want to talk to me over some interesting talks, we might be able to do that one day, but it's not going to be today. And I already wasn't feeling it. My Christmas Eve was, we're not going to get into those details either. But, so here on Christmas Day, I called them to let them know I'm on my way. And when I get there, everyone already opened presents. That kind of sucked. Granted, with my latest round of life, I didn't really have presents for everyone because medical bills I've been supporting on myself, and it's been hard, and la la la, tra la la. I did get everyone cards. I wasn't expecting much. I was not expecting to be left out of something like opening the presents. That hit home, and it made me think a lot about how I was going to spend my New Year's, which I'll get into in just a second. And then, to make matters worse, my parents had, decided to invite a whole bunch of people over, which is great, except I didn't know anybody at all. All the family friends that came in all knew who I was. I mean, they were in my parents' house. I know who they were, and I wasn't going to make a big deal out of it. I was hoping someone would rectify this, but nobody did. So it was kind of awkward. Okay, let me take that back. It was very awkward. And as I'm riding my little hormonal wave, because we know medicine hasn't quite kicked in, it took a lot to not break down. I haven't really talked about how that affected me. I think that's one reason why I'm tearing up really badly about it. And it made me realize that a lot of people will not take the time to understand quite exactly the implications of what I have. And like I've said in my other videos, it's not because I don't care, it's just hard for people to understand. So when you see this brick wall, you kind of box it up, put it in a little compartment, and you set it aside because you do not want to spend the night doing kind of what I'm doing right now, decompressing and crying about it. And one of the things I have decided for 2013 is I really don't want to hold on to these little boxes that I've compartmentalized. It doesn't mean I get to do a video about every single one. But it does mean I'm going to have to deal with it, and I'm trying to figure out ways to deal with it in a positive manner. So that's kind of my personal goal and my personal focus. I spent a lot of 2012 frustrated with the pain, the emotional cycle, and just in a lot of frustration from the doctor, from the pain, from endo, from what I later found was PMDD. And I really don't want it to rule my life. I said that there are things I found that I am, things I'm not, and things I want to be.
I don't like being somebody trapped by these limits that these two illnesses put on me. I am better than that. I am a pretty happy person. I like to have fun. I like to try to look at the better things, and I like to think that my journey is only to make me a better person. And I've really been humbled by the warm wishes that have been sent by my way, by some personal stories that have come forward when people watch my videos, and by the amount of support I get from people who take the time to watch, and even better, take the time to educate themselves on what I'm going through. I hear guys say all the time, oh yeah, endometriosis, I know so many women with that, and I will tell you that they know nothing about it other than the fact that these girls have endometriosis. Because if you really understood what I was talking about, you would get that I'm really not telling you a lot. And I've said before, it's hard to talk about just, around the illness. It's even harder to talk about the personal effects it has to you. And, wow, I really thought I'd have these tears under control by now, but I'm going to suffer through this video because this is just telling me that I need to talk about it. I need to not hold on to it and move past it. And so what I did for New Year's was I made the conscious decision not to see my family. I was really torn apart by what happened on Christmas, and I don't even think I could tell them what they did and how it hurt. I mean, there's a lot of back history there, but I choose not to make a big deal about it, not to, like I said, I don't want to make it worse than it is, but I don't want to hold on to it, and I didn't want to start my New Year's with any sort of feeling that that was going to go that way. I did get a damper on my parade on New Year's Eve, and I could have let it keep me at home, but I didn't. I decided to go and hang out with some really cool creative people I've met recently in my life, my body paint crew, and I had a good time for the most part. I mean, I went home early, but I'm glad I didn't let myself wallow in. However, the next day I did spend a couple hours wallowing in something that hurt me. But then I went off and I made more new friends by going off to an awesome, chill house party where I watched Lord of the Rings with people. And I just felt I was doing things that were going to make me better and happier. And being around such a great crowd of really positive people made a difference. So, this year, I have a lot of things to work on. So during my time off work, I really spent a lot of time on me again. It was a little different than post-surgery recovery. It was more, I know that I have an endo, and I'm thankful to say I have not been on painkillers for at least a week. And that's been a feat for me. I don't know the last time I didn't say that. So I'm kind of happy that my surgery recovery seems to be going well, and that's great. I've mentioned already that I'm trying to avoid slipping into depression. It's an ongoing battle, but I'm going to try to make it work. Not depression, but PMDD. Talking helps a lot. Trying to focus on positive things help a lot. And that's kind of where I stand right now. I had another thought, but then my phone started ringing and I kind of can't remember what it is. But, oh yes, back on track. So I spent a lot of time thinking, and I guess now what I'm trying to do is figure out what are the things ultimately that were not PMDD, flux. what are the things ultimately that now that I've discovered, I'm at a calmer spot in my life where endo and PMDD are not part of the mix, but it's an outside frustration in my life. And how can I fix it or move away from it or move past it or go through it? And all these questions aren't easy answers. They're gonna take time. But I said that 2013 I want to dream. And I dream of being a person that just really doesn't have this baggage or these compartments that are just filled with things that were either traumatizing to me in some way, hard to talk about, or things that you just bury because you've learned to just smile and you feel that it's not important. But at the end of the day, those things that hurt you, those things that trouble you, they are important. And maybe the person who you were trying to tell it to doesn't think they are, but they are. And it's like I said before, you're not alone. You will be okay, and you will get through it. You will. I don't know if that means for me I might end up seeing a therapist in the near future. I don't like the negativity, the pain, the frustration, the anxiety, and the depression I spent a lot of 2012 in. Granted, hormonal imbalance, lots of physical pain from endometriosis. I want to move past that. I want to reach for some things that I've never tried reaching before. Today I want to say that I took the first step in reclaiming back my body and fighting a little more of that body image. I ran today. I ran 2.35 miles. I think it was a total of, let me look, 2.72 miles. So I ran 2.35 straight, and then my return was uphill, and I decided just to walk it for a recovery. Right now I did get a stitch in my side most of the time I was running, so that wasn't too great, but I worked through it. So, wow, I've been talking for almost 18 minutes now. It's a little longer. I haven't talked in about 2 weeks, so that's probably why. It's all over the place. And like I said, it's been a little emotional, not from the PMDD, a little part of the PMDD side. I will say the medication, I haven't seen any negative effects on it, being on this continuous birth control, no breakups or breakouts, no, I'm still can't quite tell on the emotional hold. I just know that I'm not swinging, and I say swinging the way I used to be. And emotions. So, wow, I got a voicemail too. Sorry. Okay, sorry, my phone's going off the hook. But I want to say that 2013, I'm hoping is going to be a lot more healing for me. And I hope for all my endo sisters and people who have invisible illnesses or just people going through a rough time that you guys also find ways to heal. Sometimes they're not. Sometimes it's just talking about things. I found talking to this broader audience about things I won't really talk to about people who are close to me, maybe because of shame or pride, or remember I said that you get used to hiding under it, but I don't want to hide under it anymore because there's no reason for me to do that. So you got about a 20-minute video. 2013 I started off with a teary video, but I'm still finding a way to laugh at it at the end. Like I said, it was kind of be an emotional one. 2012 was emotional for me, and 2013 will probably be a fun roller coaster ride, and hopefully not for the same reasons 2012 was. So I hope you guys all had a happy new year. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, happy everything that you could celebrate during these times that I might have missed. And I hope that your 2013 is off to a great start. Despite the little teariness going on, mine's pretty okay. And I'm going to make it better. So thanks for listening. Thanks for suffering through me getting all teary-eyed and emotional with the no makeup face. But,
yeah, we're gonna work through this. Alright guys, this is Dr. Hikaru signing off.